All right, here we go. Hello, parents and students. Once again, is Mr. Guest bringing you another set of notes from our class, from our unit. These set of notes will cover photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Got it? Now, we know that photosynthesis is very, very important. It's a fundamental concept within science and all science classes, but I'm going to try my best to make this as simple as possible. Let's roll. First, understand this. Unlike mammals, that's animals and humans, us, of course, plants must make their own food. We know, plants can't go out and go shopping. They don't have a grocery list. Got it? And aside from a few plants like the Venus flytrap, carnivorous plants can't hunt or trap their own food. So 99.99999% of all plants must use the resources they have to make their favorite dish, which is glucose. Again, plants must use, and we're going to call those resources ingredients. Again, I'm trying to make this simple and understandable. Plants must use the ingredients they have to make their favorite dish, which is sugar. That's what plants make for their food. Now, there's a process for this. The plant ingredients or resources for making their food, which is glucose, is water, which comes from the roots, sunlight, which is absorbed from the top of the leaves of the plant, and carbon dioxide, which comes from the bottom of the leaves of the plant. So we know the parts of a plant. You have the roots, you have the stem, you have the leaves, and you have the flower of the plant. Well, water comes from the roots, sunlight comes from the top of the leaves, and carbon dioxide comes from the bottom of the leaves. We're going to come back to this diagram, this graphic organizer later. Step 1. The roots of the plant absorb water from the soil. Real simple. From the roots, water and minerals move through a layer of cells to the xylem. Now it's going to seem like it's getting more complex, but it's not. It's not. Xylem is just another word for the small tubes or the vessels that transport water throughout the plant. The scientific termination or definition: xylem, a layer of plant cells that moves water and minerals from the roots to other parts of the plant. Again, xylem are the small tubes or like straws, drinking straws, that's located in the roots, is in the stem, they're in the leaves, they're in every last part of the plant because they're responsible for transporting water. Again, the roots of the plant absorb water from the soil. From the roots, water and minerals move through a layer of cells to the xylem. And xylem, a layer of plant cells or tubes that move water and minerals from the roots to other parts of the plant. That's step 1, getting the water, the first ingredient. Step 2, our second ingredient, carbon dioxide or CO2, is absorbed through the bottom of the plant's leaves. We know that the top part of the leaves, because it's towards the sun, or the sun can shine directly on the top of the leaves. Well, the beautiful design of a plant, they absorb carbon dioxide, CO2, from the bottom part of the leaves. CO2 enter the leaves through the stoma. Again, it seems like it's getting complicated, but it's not. Stoma is just the small hole that's located on the bottom of leaves. The small holes. Now, if we're talking about more than one stoma, it's called stomata. That's the plural form. And it's tons, millions and millions of these small holes called stomata that lets in carbon dioxide. Now, they also let out water. We're going to talk about this called transpiration. We'll talk about that later at the end of this lesson. And you know how humans, we drink water or we drink soda, we drink pop, we drink whatever we drink. We use some of the nutrients in the water, but some of it is waste. That means we have to urinate. We go to the bathroom. Well, plants, in a sense, they go to the bathroom too. All right, and that process is called transpiration. And they go to the bathroom at the bottom of their leaves through the stoma or the stomata. Again, step 2, carbon dioxide is absorbed through the bottom of the plant's leaves. CO2, which is carbon dioxide, enter the leaves through the stomata. Stoma, a small hole in the epidermis of a leaf through which water and gases pass in and out of the plant. That's step 2. Step 3, the top part of the leaves absorbs sunlight. Now this is the main part, and sunlight is the main ingredient. We're acting like we're cooking. We're making food because plants have to make food. So we're talking about like ingredients in a recipe for glucose. Step 3, the top part of the leaves absorbs sunlight, and sunlight is the main ingredient. Now, chlorophyll, which is located within the chloroplast of leaves, I'll explain both of these here in a little bit, is used to absorb sunlight. The leaves don't just take in the sunlight just by themselves. It's the chlorophyll, this green substance inside the leaves that actually absorbs sunlight. Definition for chlorophyll: the green substance within leaves essential or important to the production of glucose within the process of photosynthesis. Again, chlorophyll, which is inside the leaves, absorb sunlight. Chlorophyll is the green substance within the leaves essential to the production of glucose, sugar, within the process of photosynthesis. Back to this graphic organizer. Now, we knew it first. We had water from the roots. We talked about that. That's step 1. Then we got carbon dioxide from the bottom of the leaves through the stoma or stomata. Last but not least, the main part, the main ingredient arrived in the form of sunlight. All right, and that comes through the top of the leaves. Once we combine all this together, they cook, or the plant starts to cook this. It's really a chemical reaction. It goes through a chemical reaction, and when it's finished, when it's through cooking, you have glucose. That's how plants make food. That is photosynthesis. You're taking water, you're taking carbon dioxide, and light that's absorbed through chlorophyll. You're combining all of this in a one process, and then you get glucose. Now, like all chemical reactions, whenever there's a chemical reaction, there's some type of energy given off. There's always a waste product. That's science. Always, whenever there's a chemical reaction, remember this, there will always be a byproduct or a waste product. In photosynthesis, because it is a chemical reaction, the byproduct, and we're thankful for this, is oxygen. When water is combined with carbon dioxide and sunlight in the process of photosynthesis, they make glucose. They get the sugar they need. That's the food they need. But they also, I would say, burp or even fart, poop, oxygen. All right, it sounds gross, but of course, that's essential for all life on this planet, especially for animals or mammals. Humans, we need that oxygen. And of course, through our process, the things that go on inside our body, we take in this oxygen and we actually give off carbon dioxide as a waste product. So it's a cycle, of course. Now is more information you need to know, more vocabulary, and we're talking about photosynthesis. Let's define photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, scientifically. It's the process in which plants use energy from light to make glucose, sugar, and release oxygen. Again, it's the process in which plants use energy from light to make glucose and release oxygen. Don't forget about the fact that it releases oxygen in this chemical reaction. Chloroplast is the plastid within plants that hold chlorophyll. And plastid just means container, but it's a cell. It's a cell membrane within the plant leaves. So it's alive. It moves and grows with the plant. The plastid within plants that hold chlorophyll and guard cells. Remember we talked about stoma and stomata? Well, the stoma, these small holes underneath the leaves of the plant, they can't open and close by themselves. So the plant is equipped with guard cells. All right, the guard cells actually work together to open and close a leaf's stoma or stomata. And last but not least, transpiration. Remember we talked about plants using the bathroom? All right, well, they use the bathroom at the bottom of the leaves. And this process is called transpiration, the loss of water from a leaf. Got it? And that's it. I hope I made that simple, but that's photosynthesis wrapped all up. And we talked about it as if we're actually cooking, because that's how plants make food. Plants make their own food through the process of photosynthesis. And photosynthesis is essential to life because that's how humans and animals get oxygen. That's it. Thank you very much. If you need to watch any other videos, just check out my page on YouTube, Mr. Guest Notes. Help yourself. Learn as much as possible. See you on the next one.